Alright, this is the Mad Rocket Scientist. This is part 2 of our tie-off experiment. So this is the different way of tying off, where instead of stringing it normally, where we have this through and we tie on the bridge, we tie it off tensioning straight onto the frame. So as you can see there, the grommet is a little bit damaged. That's not what we want, but for the sake of trying it out, we're going to try it out. So it's a little bit swollen and coned out a little bit. So let's see. I'm going to start the tensioner test. Or I should say the tension tester. So let's get the glare off. Let's see. Wow. Not bad. So based off the evidence of the two different dynamic tensions being the same, it does not affect the dynamic tension difference by doing the other way, two-way of stringing. However, when it comes to material composition of the frame, let me explain why it may not be a good idea to do this. So as some of you engineers may know, materials like metal have something called isotropic properties, which means per cubic inch of the material, if you exert a force in any direction, it will behave the same way, regardless. So for this metal, I can hammer it here, it will behave the same. I can hammer it here, it'll behave the same, all that stuff, because it's in a uniform shape, and then it also has all properties in the same direction because of the material it is. Now, graphite, however, is not isotropic, which means in order for it to be strong in a certain direction, you have to design it that way. So the problem with tensioning directly on to the graphite is these are drilled holes, which means it's designed to be strong this way, and in certain other directions, but not, the graphite is not specifically wrapped around each grommet hole. If it was, you'd have a lot more quality control issues and a lot more breakage, and it'd also be thicker in rings around the grommet. So it's actually not designed to have forces expanding or going outward like that on the grommet. That is why we don't really want to pull this ball directly through it with the tension. That's why we want to be tensioning out and away with our hand and not with the string machine. Obviously, this is just a really niche thing in material design. Not a lot of people know this, so that's why it's better practice to be more cautious when tensioning. Also, another thing, yes, the grommet does shield it, but reality is composite materials are only as strong as the binder. Epoxy can't hold up to that, so it's not a very good idea to do that repeatedly on the same frame. You'll have a weakened spot. Everybody have a good day. Thank you for watching.